lot of individuals around the world with Nigerian heritage are really doing well for themselves. So people such as Ngozi Uwela is the Director General of the World Trade Organization. Kemi Badenoch is the Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy in the UK. Dr. Oyema is a Nigerian doctor leading Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine developments. And we also have other Nigerians in other industries such as entertainment. So we have Burna Boy, Wizkid and Davido, who are some of the biggest Afrobeat artists in the world right now. So Nigerians around the world are really making a name for themselves. So why are Nigerians so successful? Why are Nigerians really doing well around the world? So hi guys, welcome to The Smiling Professor, where learning is fun. My name is Dr. Bukola, and today we're going to discuss 6 reasons why Nigerians are so successful. The first reason is our educational value. So Nigerians, we really appreciate education. The Financial Times actually reported that within the immigrant population in the US, 61% of Nigerians actually hold a bachelor's degree. So education is really important to Nigerians. I can remember as a child, my parents always told me, you need to go to school. My dad literally used to say to me, you don't have anything to inherit. The only thing you can get from me is a good education. So Nigerians really value education. If you see a Nigerian, most times they have gone to some sort of tertiary education. Some people choose to go to university and further their education, but most of them have the basics. So most of them have gone to a primary school or a secondary school, and most of them strive to actually go to university. Education is really important to Nigerians. There's a belief amongst us that if you're educated, your chances of actually succeeding in life financially opens up. I don't know if this is still true because times have changed. If you believe that you need an education to be financially successful, please let me know down in the comment section below. But fundamentally, education is something that Nigerians really regard as important. Sometimes they even name you with the course you study. Oh, that person went there and a doctor. Oh, that is a nurse. Go meet Mr. Lawyer. So it's all about your educational qualification. And there's a joke that most people, I'm sure you've heard about this. They tell you it's either you become a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, or a disgrace to the family. This is not really true, but it's just showing how much Nigerians actually appreciate education. So because most of the times, most Nigerians at least have an undergraduate degree, when we are able to get chances to leave our home country to where there are better opportunities, maybe in terms of jobs or other things like that, we tend to thrive. Another reason why Nigerians are very successful is because of our cultural values. So we have very conservative cultural values in Nigeria. And these have made us stand out wherever we find ourselves. I'll give you an example. So there's a whole thing about shame, being a Nigerian, not bringing disgrace to your family. So you make sure you don't want to fail, so you're not the one who shames your family. You try your best to succeed in whatever you're doing. And most times in our country, it's our parents who pay for our schooling and who take care of us generally. So we don't really, or I'm not aware of a lot of social support from the government. So most times your parents spend most of their money, their time taking care of you, and you don't want to bring shame to them by not succeeding. So as a Nigerian child or a Nigerian youth, there's an expectation for you to succeed. There's an expectation for you to make it. There's an expectation for you not to shame your family. And if you happen to be the firstborn in your family, this expectation is even more because everyone is looking up to you. Everyone is relying on you. You have younger siblings who your parents are going to remind you of, is looking up to you for guidance and support. So with this kind of pressure, failure is not really an option. You need to make sure that you succeed. And at the end of the day, because of our cultural belief, most of the times we have to make sure that we succeed so we can be able to take care of our parents. So as I said earlier on, in Nigeria, parents actually spend their time and their money taking care of you so that when you get older, you have to take care of them. It's just what is expected. It's part of our culture. We don't really have things like care homes or things like that. Most times your parents get older, you take care of them. That's what is expected because they've taken care of you as a child. So there is that cultural aspect of it. If you're liking this video so far, please click the like button and leave a comment down in the comment section below because it helps boost the video. And don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Now let's go back to our topic of discussion. Another reason why Nigerians are very successful is because we do not have any expectation from our governments most of the times when it comes to financial aid. So I want to be specific. So Nigerians have expectation from their government, but when it comes to financial aid from the government, we really do not have expectations. I wasn't even aware that we had a social welfare system in Nigeria until 2 years or 3 years ago, because I had a colleague who was doing the research about social welfare system in Nigeria, and I only found out that we had a social welfare system. If you're a Nigerian and you don't also know this information, let me know down in comment section below. Did you know that we had a welfare system where if you are not working, if you are disabled, there is some stipend or there's some money you're supposed to be getting from the government? Did you know this? Yeah, but generally this is not an information that I think most people know. In my own opinion, I could be wrong, but it's not something that we're really aware of. So from my research, I'm not really sure that a lot of people know that we have government grants, we have a welfare system, because a lot of us don't actually hope on that. As I said, as Nigerians, most of the times our financial supports come from our family. So most times your parents take care of you, your aunties, your uncles, whatever the case may be. Well, because of this, it makes us work hard. So no one is waiting for the government to give them nothing. No one is waiting for the government to pay for their education. If you fall ill, most of the times you have to make sure you have the money to go to the hospital. Although we have government hospitals, yes, but most of the times you still have to pay some money when you go there. So because of the way the system is set up and we don't really hope for financial support from the government, we tend to try to do things for ourselves. So most Nigerians do things by themselves. So we go out, we make sure that we are able to get good jobs, we make sure we become the top of the class, we become the best of the best, just so that we're able to make sure that our future is secure. So that's something that really drives us. The government doesn't really help us, so most times we make sure we do it for ourselves when it comes to financial support, as I said before. And this leads perfectly to the next point, which is the hustle culture. So as a Nigerian, there's just something about our hustling spirit. Those of you who don't understand what hustle means, it means someone who keeps striving, who keeps trying to make things work for them, who keeps trying to make sure that they are financially okay. So Nigerians are general hustlers, no matter the field we are in. So no matter the educational background or the jobs we're doing or the businesses we're doing, we always want to succeed. If you meet a typical Nigerian, no matter how rich they are, you tell them, oh my God, you're so rich. They go like, no, it's all God's doing. It's all God's doing. We're not rich. They'd never admit that they are rich because they always want more. I think it's just how the environment is set up in Nigeria. So being a Nigerian, most of the times you always want to be the best. As I said, I remember as a child, your parents will always tell you, be the number one in the class. So that mentality is just there. So you're always striving to be the best you can be. That's why you see Nigerians all over the world trying to make a name for themselves, trying to establish businesses. The ones who are into politics try to be the best in politics. The ones who are more interested in educational qualifications try to be the best in their field. So Nigerians generally have this hustle spirit, and I think it comes with the environment, and I think it also stems with the fact that we don't really get a lot of financial support from the government. So because of that, we've learned to do things for ourselves. Another reason why I think that Nigerians are really successful is because of our sense of humor. So if you meet a typical Nigerian, they are funny. So we find the humor in almost everything. I don't know if this is coming from a place of pain, I'm not sure, but it's just how we are. We like to crack jokes, we like to make fun. If you go on TikTok, you see a lot of Nigerian comedians. You go on Instagram, we just like to be happy. So no matter what we're going through, we try to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Research done a couple of years ago actually showed that Nigerians are the happiest people on earth, and I feel that this research is actually valid. So we always try to see the positive in almost everything, so we try to be happy. Another reason why Nigerians are successful is because we are quite religious, and religion actually makes you a part of a community. So as individuals, we try to make our family and our community proud by actually being successful, so that we don't become a disgrace or a shame to our community. That's why you see Nigerians really work hard, because sometimes in our community they identify our family members based on our profession. So you could hear things like, that is mama doctor, or mama lawyer, mama engineer, mama pharmacist, that kind of thing, making your family and your community proud. Even if you see some weddings that happen in Nigeria, they use a lot of titles. You see someone getting married and they'll write doctor, professor, Mrs., pastor, deaconess, and all of that. So they like the whole idea of titles, and they like the whole idea of you achieving something, and because of that, they can use that to identify your community. I'm just thinking about it. Maybe I should change my name to Dr. Engineer Mrs. Smiling Professor. Let me know what you think. I'm joking, by the way. Yes, but back to the video. So you achieving a particular goal or becoming a professional, let's say something like a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer, would actually make your community proud, would make your parents proud. And you see most times parents introducing themselves, oh, do you know that I have an engineer here? Do you know that I have a lawyer here? Oh, my child has done this. Just that whole sense of pride, and it's something that Nigerians strive to have. So these are the reasons why Nigerians are quite successful. Okay, so do you agree that these are the reasons why Nigerians are very successful? Do you think I have missed anything? Do you want to add to this conversation? Please feel free to add to the comment section below. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Don't forget to like and share this video and let me know what you think. And thank you for being here, and thank you for watching up to this point. Bye.